This isn't even Diet Lindsay Ellis. This is the Walmart version of Diet Lindsay Ellis.
Ella, Frau, you are not like other girls.
Hello, and welcome to a new segment on this channel that I'm calling Grad School is Over, so now I just assign myself homework. I'm your host, Jessie. Nice to see you. Today's topic is NLOGs, or not like other girls.
Because I have dated thousands of women and, no, like 2, 3, just other women. And anyway, listen, you could not be more different, you know? You are practically one of the guys. No, you are not the guy. Let me begin again.
This is becoming quite a popular topic, and it's been covered both in jest, like in Curtis Connor's video, the I'm Not Like Most Girls phenomenon, or in Tiffany Ferguson or Sarah Zed's videos, both titled I'm Not Like Other Girls, or you get a delightful mix, like in Tara Mooney's video, The Rise of the Pick-Me Girl meme. The basic premise of all these discussions is that girls on the internet are loudly voicing their opposition to what they perceive to be most other girls, and are offering themselves up as an alternative, i.e., I didn't have Barbies growing up. I only played video games. As if you can't do both. Now, most scholars agree that NLOGs are a result of internalized misogyny perpetuated by a patriarchal view of most women that doesn't actually exist. Case closed, right? But today, we're specifically talking about NLOGs in media and how we as writers can avoid this overused character trope. But first, let's break down what the character trope actually is, using Taylor Swift as an example. Taylor is tall, blonde, skinny, pretty, rich. She's basically the Christ the Redeemer statue of other girls. Yet, in a lot of her media, she portrays herself as not like other girls. Let me just pull up the court records here. Hey Steven, 2008. All those other girls, well, they're beautiful, but would they write a song for you? 15, 2008. You sit in class next to a redhead named Abigail, and soon enough you're best friends, laughing at the other girls who think they're so cool. Speak Now, 2010. She floats down the aisle like a pageant queen, but I know you wish it was me. And of course, the Pick Me anthem, You Belong With Me, 2009. But she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain, and I'm on the bleachers. But wait, doesn't Taylor play both the NLOG and the other girl in that music video? Aha! Now, like most girls, I went through an NLOG phase. That's a contradiction, which is the point. We'll get there. I went through an NLOG phase in my middle school, early high school years, and I know what you're thinking. The blonde white girl who likes makeup and fashion thinks she's not like other girls? Sure, Jan. But I didn't just observe the girls around me and determined that they sucked and I was better than them. So why did I think that?
And I'll tell you for why.
Let's return to the court records, shall we? Jessie's favorite things circa 2007 to 2011-ish. I'm not good at math. Meg Cabot, Nicholas Sparks, John Green, Taylor Swift, Hannah Montana, One Direction. I could go on, but you get it. By the way, I still love, or at least have a loving nostalgia for all of this stuff. Just, you know, you can be critical of something and still love it at the same time. Not only did this media tell me other girls bad, not like other girls good, it also defined for me what these archetypes even were. And I believe this is where we get the contradiction that most girls are or were not like other girls. In all of this media, the NLOG is the only developed woman. She's the only one we know anything about, and therefore the only one we can relate to. So even though I more realistically fall into the category of other girls, when I saw a Cinderella story or read Princess Diaries, I likened myself more to Sam or Mia than Shelby or Lana. You're consuming this media and thinking, well, obviously I'm not like other girls. I'm not a bully, I don't have big boobs, I get no male attention, and I like to read. Which is all you need to be independent. Obviously no girl is going to see herself the way that other women are portrayed in this media, because no human is that vapid and one-dimensional. Now, I don't know if Taylor Swift had this in mind when she was making the You Belong With Me music video, but if I had to guess, probably not, since the actual lyrics of the song and much of her other work come from only the NLOG perspective, but it is interesting that we get these two sides of Taylor. We get the cool NLOG Taylor, who is down to earth and clearly more deserving of the guy. And then we get other girl Taylor, the popular man-eater that the rest of the world sees when they look at her. And I can't help but think that's the experience of most girls with the NLOG mentality. So, how do we stop this? Well, develop your female characters. Yeah, duh. It sounds simple, but it's actually a little more delicate when you get into it. I mean, most main characters are not like other people. You wouldn't want to watch a show with a main character who's very normal and just like everyone else and nothing interesting ever happens. So that's why when we get female characters, a lot of the times she's an NLOG, because people just think, well, no one wants to watch a movie or TV show or read a book about a girl who's just like all the other girls. But the difference needs to be in the attitude. A female character can literally be not like other girls, but the text shouldn't imply in any way that she's superior to other women because of that. Also, women have motivations for their actions outside of jealousy over and desire for male attention. That's not to say this is never the case, but it's rarely contextualized in a way that portrays female characters as, well, people. So if you're going to write a female character who's jealous over a boy, don't just take that jealousy as a given. Tell us why she feels that way. Does she have a lack of self-confidence? Is there a betrayal of trust? I mean, whatever it is, just give us a reason. Second thing, you should be mindful about how your characters speak about women. I mean, we should be past the point where a character is told, "You're not like other girls," and the response isn't, "What's wrong with other girls?"
Ella, Frau, you are not like other girls.
You have no idea.
Damn it, Char, why must you be so sexy and yet so wrong? And it's not just character interactions either. Before you make a joke about a female celebrity, maybe think to yourself, how is that joke gonna age? Is it gonna sound like all those Britney Spears jokes from 2004? Maybe skip it then. And this is starting to lean into my personal preference a little bit, but if your male character calls women bitches, yeah, I don't trust him. And finally, stop writing teenage characters like adults. Yeah, some high schoolers are out there partying and doing drugs and having sex, but I would argue that it's not the majority. And the way that high schoolers are portrayed in media is far too exaggerated. I feel like it's incredibly damaging to promote the idea that high school is like Gossip Girl or Riverdale. I mean, no aspect of life is like Riverdale, but you get my meaning. It just perpetuates the idea that if you don't behave like Serena Vanderwoodson, then you're in a league of your own. If you want to see an example of how to do this right, watch Never Have I Ever on Netflix. Not only is it hilarious, but it's a great portrayal of high school that's authentic and intersectional. And this brings me to my next point. The conversation around NLOGs is crazy white. Like, it's paler than me, and that's saying something. I've been inside for a whole year. Now, I'm sure some of this is just general racism and gatekeeping in Hollywood, but I'd like to explore a more specific angle. A 2017 Georgetown law study by Rebecca Epstein, Jamelia Blake, and Thalia Gonzalez, entitled Girlhood Interrupted: The Erasure of Black Girls' Childhoods, found that black girls are perceived as more adult than their white counterparts, and are therefore given higher standards and harsher punishments by authority figures. The data specifically finds that people perceive black girls as needing less nurturing, protection, support, and comfort, and that they are more independent and more knowledgeable of sex and other adult topics, which totally isn't true. This adultification of black girls robs them of their adolescence, which is prime time for peak NLOG behavior. And we see this perpetuated in media as well. A lot of times when black women are included in these stories of adolescence, they play the best friend who gives advice, which further perpetuates the idea that they're somehow more adult than the rest of us. So how does this pertain to writing? Well, I'm certainly not going to sit here and tell you how you should be characterizing black women in your scripts, but I wanted to bring this up just to get you thinking a little more critically about your characters. Why did you choose that particular backstory or trait for your character? Could they potentially be playing into an existing trope or stereotype? How will their actions be perceived by audiences? How do other characters treat them? How does their behavior reflect on the world around them? Just some things to think about. So what did we learn today? Everything is just an attempt to police women's behavior and expression at every point in their lives? just girly thoughts. Look, life is hard, things are complicated, and I think at the end of the day, just try your best and always be looking to learn more and do better. And I hope this video helped you do that. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe. I will leave all my links to follow me down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!